Alright, quick update on the AI project. I already had the player, like it would chase the player and they react to the other factions, but I want to create the AI that keeps their distance from the player and attacks from range. So starting with a function, a task that gets the player location, gets the NPC's origin location, and then gets a point in a radius and makes sure it's there at least 500 units away from the player and then moves there. Um, so far, I need to add a vector check so that the NPC always runs away from the player before it, that's be the next iteration. But so here's the setup in the test level. This is NPC B. This is the one that has the task to keep their distance from the player, right? And then this is a commoner, which is a second faction. They react by calling guards when they see B. And here's NPC A over here. When NPC A gets close to B, they shake their hand and call the guards. It also reacts when the commoner sees the enemy and calls the guards. A will chase the player until they lose sight of them. B will pick a point 500 units away from the player and try to get there. Right now, it could run through the player, try to run at the player, but I just wanted to get this check working before I expanded on the system. Still rudimentary. I'm still kind of figuring out how certain things work, especially in C++. Again, not have a ton of experience with it, but I actually did this by myself. I figured this part out all by my lonesome, and I can actually use the same function in all three, A, B, and C. And I haven't put in the commoner because the commoner isn't really going to do anything, but like I have them patrol and stuff like that, like on certain points. And actually, for the game I'm making, I don't even need the commoner faction. I just wanted to put it in there to test the detection by affiliation function. So if we start it, see now, the green player is running to where it heard the alarm from the commoner, and then they should start patrolling again, but they break. This is part of what I've been trying to smooth out. But the green spotted the player. They know I went over there. They'll try to find me. And once she loses sight, she should go back to patrolling, but sometimes they don't. And it's really annoying.
Enemy spotted!
Oops. So, yeah, see, she didn't react to the scream either. So, then here's B. If he sees me, he runs away. And it should start patrolling again. He saw me again. The debug message says he saw me. And he's running away. Or just running to a point 500 units away. Okay. So like, that part works. What I need to do is get a check for the look at rotation for the player. So, and then do an inverse of that vector so that the red team always runs away from the player. Let's get this guy moving again. And this is what I was talking about with making it smooth. I'm sure it's in the order of operations. Like, see, now the commoner salutes the player. See, it reacts to the player, all three factions differently. It waves at the green. If it saw the red, he would call the guard. And the green is supposed to react to that by running to check, right? We'll let him walk over there, if you will. Hi, saluting.
Enemy spotted!
Yeah, see. Then the red is programmed to wave at green, which
Enemy spotted!
I know it's kind of silly. And yeah, running away. So I'm figuring this out slowly. It's still obviously not like polished and professional, but considering where I started, I feel pretty good about it. I could probably build it a lot faster in blueprints, but part of this whole exercise was learning more C++. So is where so far. Again, to polish it, I'm gonna get the players look at rotation and have it choose a point in the inverse direction that's 500 to 1,000 units away and just run there. But for now, I wanted to, like, I learned how to do the distance function and for it to pick a point that was, far enough away to where they, chase me. Run! Yep, keep running. Like, I want to be able to chase the red player around the
Enemy
map,
spotted!
but it's like so far this is where I'm at, and I mean the behavior tree for the commoner is pretty simple. It just plays animations based on the behavior tree for this is getting complicated. I'm still having issues figuring out like the simple parallel. I don't know what that does. I still need to work with that. These are all some of these are the functions I've built, but yeah, I'm working on it. This is like honestly, this is back burner for where I want to go with the project for now. Like I'm doing this to satisfy the assignment for the class right now. Like I was moving on to implementing the weapon handling stuff in the game, but I haven't even started on that yet to make it a shooter, right? So that's where we're at. Take care.